Okay, y'all, so good morning, Sunday morning. Me and Cam out here. Oh, yeah, we're cutting the grass, man. We're getting back to the grass. Leaves more than anything. I don't know why he didn't blow that out. I mean, damn, man, if you're going to crank up a blower, start from the farthest and work your way. Clean out an area, and then now you're trying to blow around that area that you done cleaned out when you should have just stepped back another 30 feet and blew it all, man. Come on, dude. You're working a lot harder than you have to. Anyway, but that's what you get out here. Cam got a little bit of attitude today. I don't know what it is, but, you know, I don't give a damn. Y'all know. I don't give a damn. You can have an attitude you want, man. Mess around, you won't be out here. I know the last time he was out here, he wasn't that great on the skid job, and I just got attributed it to, you know, not knowing what to do. But we're on lawns now, and it's still kind of new to him because we haven't done any kind of cleanups. You got to be methodical when you're doing the leaves and stuff on these jobs, and if you don't want to work that hard. Now, if you want to work hard, I'm not going to let you do that because you're going to suck my time, and I'm not going to allow that for long. So, yeah, I'll just put a mower in there, and yeah. So I appreciate all the comments on the video yesterday. You know, a lot of you guys were asking me about, you know, why would I not just leave the skid there? Because I need to put fuel in it is the main reason. And also I have to unhook my trailer. And, you know, I don't want to unhook the trailer and all that, man. It's just, you know, yeah, I could drag an empty trailer home, but I need fuel in the skid. And for me to drag the empty trailer home, I mean, there's definitely a reason for everything. So just to kind of elaborate a little bit on that. So y'all know I had the other brush cutter, the other mulcher with me, right? And when I back off the trailer there, I had to pull that other mulcher down with me, right? And so for me to unload the skid, because the tilt's got to go up, right? So for me to get the tilt back down, then with that mulcher head sitting on there, I guess I could have taken the mulcher head off all the way off the trailer and put it in the woods somewhere, but then I got to unhook the mulching head that's on my skid. Trust me. And if you really look at everything, the way I do things, I'm not saying it's right, but it's the most time efficient way to do things that I know of at this very moment right now. I didn't want to unhook the mulching head, you know, after, you know, 6 or 7 hours of runtime. I didn't want to do that because, well, the pressure's real high, and I just don't want to do that. Well, I thought you bought that thing to that, but yeah, I did. But that ain't where the dam when it's hooked up to the machine, you know, the attachment hooked to the machine. So in order for me to leave out of there, I'd have to leave the trailer too. And I don't like leaving my trailer like that anywhere. But the number one reason why I didn't, and this would cover everything, is the skid has to have fuel in it. And because I was going through a little more than 3/4 of a tank of fuel each day, I was over there. Yeah, it sucks some fuel when you're mulching. There's a lot of fuel going on there. Well, Ray, you need to get you a damn diesel can tank for your damn truck. Yeah, that'd be cool, I guess, but I ain't done it yet. I don't really know, you know, I got a cover on my truck, on my regular truck. And I don't want to, I would have to do a lot of modifications to put a diesel can on that tank on there. And I'm just not getting enough work for me to justify a $1,000 tank. But if I saw one on a deal somewhere, then I might do that. And you're right, it would be easier, but man, once you put a diesel tank on a truck, I've bought trucks before that had at one time a diesel tank on it. The truck's never the same. I'm telling you, man. But if you're making enough money, who cares, right? I don't. And see, Cam, he ain't paying attention. As I'm talking to you guys, I'm seeing he left the blower unlatched. Now, why would he do that? You see, stuff like that I got to watch out for, and that heightens my alert. Well, Ray, you're supposed to be doing that anyway. Well, yeah, but if a guy's been out here, you know, 4 or 5 months, 6 months, that's basic stuff. And I'm not going to be wanting to have to pay attention to all that. See, because I have to worry about that. So that makes, well, if he didn't do that simple thing, and he's on a $16,000 lawnmower over here, what is he gonna do fucked up over there? And that's what happens when you got guys that work for you that they're on and they're off. They're hot, they're cold. They're cold, they're hot. And you never know what you're gonna get. And you know, Cam's done great out here overall, but it don't take but losing one blower one time to all that is negated. Because that is the basic stuff. And I don't know if y'all can see it from here, but you see that arm on that blower is open. You see that, right? Yeah, y'all just heard him hit something too. So, and there shouldn't be nothing out here for him to hit. He shouldn't hit nothing. So, yeah, that. So, you know, being in the skid, I don't have all of that. There are other stressors, but those are stressors that I'm not paying anybody. You know, I don't want to stress and raise my anxiety up and have to pay for that. And then you got a little attitude too. You know, this morning he got a little attitude because I was showing him how to do something and he wasn't doing it correctly. And you know, so you ain't gonna be able to get attitude with me. I don't think that he realizes or he can wrap his mind around the knuckleheads that I've had out here over the years. There's no way he could possibly wrap his 16-year-old brain around that. And the kind of things that I've had to deal with over the years and the kind of things that I've had to go through and the actions that I've had to take, you know, as far as labor goes. And I don't know if he thinks that I won't take action or what. The last job that we were on last weekend on that mulch skid job, I paid him what I told him I'd pay him, and he didn't do half the work that he wasn't feeling good. But I went on and paid him like I told him I would, and thinking, okay, well, I'm gonna go and let him have that a little bit, man. You know, so he comes out here today. And you know, he's on his phone, and I'm like, dude, ain't nobody paying you. You know, we're at the gas pump. He's trying to pump the gas, and he's on his phone. And you know, and I'm like, dude, put the phone down, man. I'm paying you. I asked him, so are they paying you? Because I am. And you know, yeah, the phone thing is a big deal. And then what really irritated the shit out of me yesterday is I text him, you want to work tomorrow? And this was like at 1 o'clock. I was in the skid over there at that job. And he's like, he didn't answer me until 8 o'clock last night, until I texted him again. And I know he's got his damn phone in his hand because he does out here. So, you know, I mean, you know, it ain't, I don't know, these kids and their ways irritates me. Especially when I've had 3 straight days over there solo and I'm listening to rock music and jamming out while I'm ripping trees out and grinding stumps down and grinding trees down and stuff and making 4 times the money, and I ain't got to pay nothing out. It's like, man, dude, you gotta, you know, of course you ask him, I say, you all right? Yeah, I'm good, man. You know, but you know, his body language and everything is not, he doesn't understand how important all that stuff is. And then, you know, leaving the blower unlatched is unacceptable, man. You know, I mean, I don't know, dude. He won't be out here tomorrow. I was going to work him today and tomorrow, but I'm not working him tomorrow. I'm not. He doesn't stop. He doesn't realize the kind of things that I've been through with labor. He has no idea. So he doesn't know. I hope that he doesn't think that this show can't go without him. I mean, because it has, it will, and it does, and it always will. See, he sound like he's hitting the same thing every time he goes around. So I know I'm going to go over there and school him on how to move the leaves around and stuff to where you can make sure you are mulching them up good and not creating more work. I've showed him a couple times, but you know, sometimes, you know, common sense got to take precedent. I mean, but anyway, I'm gonna finish. We back to cutting grass. I'm gonna finish this out, and this little rant right here probably be its own little video, man. Deuces. Y'all see how that X-Mark doing it, man. the age that he is, so, I mean, he's great on a lawnmower, man. But see, what I would do, and he doesn't know this, I'm going to tell him, I'm not even going to have him do it, I'm going to have him start cutting over there. So what I'll try to do on stuff like this is I try to go around the trees and push everything around the tree. But you got to kind of start that, plotting that before you ever get started real good. Obviously, we got a lot of tree leaves still to come down, so it's not, you know, mandatory or nothing. So. Something like that, y'all. You know, because, you know, we got a lot more leaves coming down. There's no sense in going hardcore. And this right here, when they come to work tomorrow, Monday, and they see this right here, they'll know that we've been here, no matter if more leaves fall or not. Sometimes on some of the work that you do, you want to make sure that they know that you've been here. And I'm not really worried about it on this particular job because, well, they know me. I don't know why Cam left all that along the edge of that driveway. That's got to come out of there. So I'm going to get the mower and go down through there. Then we're going to go in the back gate there and get some stuff in there done. So, yeah. Y'all been over here 100 times. Man, I tell you what, after being in the skid for the last 3 days, this is slow money here, dog. Slow money, and yeah. Cam's doing a little bit better, but, you know, it's slow money, man. So yeah. I know some of you guys was talking about a fuel tank. I'm up here behind the old mechanic shop. How many gallons is this thing? I bet you do to let me have that, man. There's another one right there. Whoa. Okay, y'all, so I just got home from cutting grass. We ended up doing okay. It was $650, so all right. It's about 12:30. So let's see how much debris gets in a skid after 3 days of mulching. It's a pretty good bit. And look, see these big holes here? So I'm going to take off this plate right here, and because I'm going to wash the skid. So yeah, so I just so that's just one side from the bottom. Oh yeah, there's plenty of shit up in here. And y'all know I washed it before I took it over there, so and there's a lot more in there. We'll open up the back door and get the rest of it. Yeah. What I think they should do on these skids, y'all, and I don't know if you guys can see, like, I'm holding this thing all crazy, but y'all see that plate right there? It's about a 2 foot by 2 foot plate, something like that. There's 4 bolts holding it on. 2 of them you got to take all the way out to get it out. The other 2 kind of, they got a little, you just slide it on. I don't understand why they don't like put a spacer between, you know, the to make it where there's a pretty good gap there, maybe a 1/4 inch gap right there, to where it can drain and stuff without having to take it off. You know, you can loosen it up and get things to drain out, but it just seems like it would be better if it wasn't sealed up. I don't know, because it makes it where you don't want to wash the inside because it's a hassle to get that thing on and off. So yeah, but you know, that's why you make the big bucks. But if you were to put a spacer on the, you know, right above the plate, and then tighten it down where you got a gap right there, I don't know why. I mean, I wonder why they don't do nothing like that. They don't make it very friendly to you know, to clean out and stuff. Especially this 75-3. It's got a lot of cubby holes, you know. This machine, y'all have seen it. This machine runs great. So I'm gonna take that plate off. Probably gonna go on and take that plate off too, because I want to wash the inside real good. You can't really wash it, you know, until you get the plates off so the water can drain out. And the big stuff, I know there's big chunks in there. I don't know how it gets in there, but it does. It gets everywhere. There's debris everywhere. And so you can already see there's a bunch of stuff in there. And it was clean, spick and span before I started that job. And I haven't been opening. I mean, I don't know how. It just seems like when you're mulching, stuff gets everywhere. Well, it's almost like that with everything you do with a skid. It's like, you know, so we're going to see what comes out when I get it all the way off. Look at all that. And so then you just this stuff right here that you're looking at will catch on fire. It can catch on fire, and if it does, it's hard to put a fire out, because a lot of times you might not even know it happened. And I've had one catch on fire before, y'all know that. So I always thought the people were lying to me when they told me, oh, it'll catch on fire. I was like, man, come on, dude. But yeah, it will catch on fire. Yeah, it will. I've had mine. I had my T90, my T190 caught on fire. So Yeah. I just put the bolts back in so I don't lose them, man. So we go around here to the other side and take that plate off. And these are the things that you know, I'm not making any money doing this. No, but what I'm doing is I'm streamlining things for when I'm on a job. You're gonna have less downtime. Tell me that ain't combustible. I could put a match on that and it was like that's just brittle and dry. Look, and when they're talking about look, it sticks and everything, man. Look. Just crazy, dude, the shit this. Oh yeah. You gotta keep a blower around with you, Ray. And that bigger one's for the center plate. Okay, y'all. Okay, y'all, so that's a wrap on the day. I got my Sammy. We did good today, like I said, when I was fooling with the Kubota. Me and Phil gonna work tomorrow morning. Probably just, you know, probably do about, you know, $600 or so in the lawn care work. And yeah, I'm gonna let Skid rest for a couple days. Let me rest for a couple days, and I got a tree job to look at. And I might get some more calls. I got some bids out though on the, you know, on the skid jobs. So, but it's a big difference in, you know. I mean, it's obvious there's a big difference in doing, you know, skid jobs and the mowing. The mowing just seems, well, you get, I mean, it just seems like a lot of effort for the money. And now I get what people were saying when I started my lawn maintenance business, and the people that were, you know, had already done lawn maintenance for a long, long time, how they would be like, man, once you do it for so many years, Ray, you're gonna get tired of that, because you'll see there's easier ways to make money. And you know, like Chad talks about a lot in his videos, you know, you gotta have options out here. And because, you know, if you stick straight to strictly lawn care, oh, you'll make a good living if you're, you know, if you're efficient. You know, but you want to be able to do more than that, because grass doesn't grow 12 months out of the year. At least I do. That's how I think. I want to have more options. I want to be able to do other stuff. Not just for the money, though that's a big part, but for my own self-esteem or self-worth, or you know, the lawns get real, you know, for me, they're real, you know, mundane, and I don't feel like I'm doing much, even if I do go out and do $1,000, you know, or $1,500 in lawn maintenance. I don't really feel like that's a huge accomplishment, you know, because it's not a challenge to me anymore, I guess is the best way to say it. And I don't know if everybody that's been doing it a long time, well, why you keep doing it, Ray? Well, because that's the path of least resistance in the heat, and I got all these established customers. So, you know, but as soon as I see a way to where I don't have to do so many lawns, then, you know, to make a living, I make good on the lawns. That's because I've been doing it a long time. And yeah, you have to do things sometimes in life that you don't really particularly, you know, enjoy as much as you used to. I can deal with the lawns, you know. I can deal with everything when it comes to the lawn maintenance. But I'm looking for other avenues to make money as well. because there's a lot of moving parts in the lawn game, and a lot of different people you got to deal with and all that. So I'm talking about customers and employees. So by the time we get through the winter, I'll be ready to cut grass again, you know. But right now, I'm about over that damn grass. I'll be honest. I'm about over it. I don't want to see no lawns. I don't want to see no leaves. I don't want to, So, we get through this week right here, then I've been wrapped up all the lawn maintenance, pretty much. Now, there'll be, still got some commercial stuff that I'll be doing, and, you know, but y'all know I'm chasing mulching work. Because that seems to be, I mean, doing the mulching is really, the money's good. Anyway, deuces.